Hey, FitLovers.
Hey, FitLovers.
Welcome back. I am Ramsey.
And I am Mina.
And today we'll be doing another episode of Bedroom Discussions. So last time we kind of segmented up into two segments, but I think today's discussion is going to be enough for one segment. And I guess let's just get to it. Okay. I'll let you start because Mina wanted to kind of start this one, so I'm going to let her start.
Okay, well, I know it seems like our relationship is perfect because we give relationship advice all the time and we try to tell people the right things to do, but no relationship is perfect and we have our own issues as well. I kind of wanted to break down something that's happened recently. I think our most recent issue that we've had. I'll just kind of make it really small, make this story really short. Okay, so I came in from work and Ramsey was on the phone. He did give me a kiss, so I'm not going to say he didn't. And but he was speaking to some financial people. So I went to the restroom. And when I came out from the restroom, he was off the phone, but storming around the room, pissed off.
I was not storming
talking about
around the room.
Money, and he has to work this overtime. There's not enough money, and I was kind of thrown off because, like I said, I just got in from work.
She was taken aback.
So why are you so close?
Because, man, I'm holding this, and I don't want to hold it. My hand is getting tired.
Okay, no,
Okay.
That is not it.
Okay, all right, so hold up.
Okay, this is a little better. He doesn't have to hold up the camera.
Yeah.
So, where was I? So, you're storming around the room.
What's the storming around the room?
Just mad. Just like cursing at himself and everything. And right away, I want to become the fixer. But instead of really fixing anything, I tell him, you're always getting down on yourself. You're too hard on yourself.
I'm just getting more comfort. Getting closer to the camera, closer to you guys.
You're too hard on yourself, and I'm thinking that I'm, helping by doing this. But that ended up not being the case because it kind of created a situation for a few days. So
yeah. So basically, I guess women, they need their man or their significant other or whomever to kind of comfort them and,
console us.
Yeah, give you guys, what you need from time to time. Well, guys need that kind of stuff also. I kind of feel like sort of a bitch for asking like sometimes, but for real though, it's like I guess I didn't need her to come in and fix anything for me because I do plenty of fixing myself. I don't need a fixer. I'm the fixer, I've been in worse predicaments and I knew that everything was going to be all right. But at that moment, I guess I just needed the love and the comfort of my wife. And
that's what he needed.
Yeah. So I'm sweating. Not all this got me sweating.
Like a little bit.
Yeah.
And also, I could have also said to him, hey, look, you've got this handled. Everything, is going to be okay, instead of pointing out how hard he is on himself, because that kind of puts him deeper into being harder on himself. Yeah,
so, but even deeper than that, I guess her annoyance or her frustration with me expressing certain things, I guess in a certain way that, maybe she felt was bad timing, whatever the case may be, was sort of a disincentive for me to feel like I wanted to express more to her. So now as a guy, now you're feeling like, okay, now I'm going to hold everything inside. And for any guy out there, dealing with stuff, which I imagine is most guys, any guy, any person for that matter, holding stuff inside can be pretty detrimental. So
yeah. And he'll hold it inside, and we really didn't say much to each other, except for kind of like bickering at one another or pointing the finger or kind of like just not being too kind to each other for the next couple of days because we couldn't find a resolution to what was going on. And also we didn't express to each other what it was that we actually needed from one another in that moment. So,
and so I know this is like common for a lot of women. Like, well, you should just know what I'm feeling or what I'm thinking.
Read my mind.
And guys are not mind readers, but women are not mind readers also. And I shouldn't have just expected her to just come in and know to give me what it is that I needed, not having expressed that to her in the first place. You know what I'm saying? It would have been nice because that's in her nature to begin with. She's not a hard individual with me, at least. And so, for her to come in and kind of go in on me a little bit, which is how I felt it went down at the time, was just the opposite of what I was expecting. But I also took for granted that she just knew to give me that, and she didn't. So that's where I take accountability.
He felt like I was going in on him, and I felt like he was kind of going in on me because I just came in from work. And like men, when they walk in from work, right? And their woman is at home. They have an expectation that their woman is just gonna, be cool with them, take care of them, make them feel a certain type of way, not nag them as soon as they walk in the door. Men hate that shit, right? Anybody hates that shit. So I was kind of feeling like a victim to that.
Like I was nagging him?
A little bit. But he wasn't nagging me, he was nagging himself. But I took on that responsibility. It just, everything got blown out of proportion. So,
and so piggybacking on that getting blown out of proportion, communication's breaking down. And like you're saying, this is lasting over, the course of the next few days, and then creating other issues that didn't have to be there. And it's just
have anything to do with the actual issue.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? All these unrelated issues that are now happening, all these negative things that you're now paying attention to because of that one little negative thing that could have been avoided just like that.
Mm-hmm. Just by talking to one another, and expressing to each other what we needed in that moment, and being there for one another instead of like feeling attacked. Is because of our, our day or whatever, we felt like we were attacking each other when really we weren't.
Yeah. Well, sort of. But that leads me to my next point, and is how do we get past this whole resolution thing? How do we come to a resolution about it? Okay, differences between me and I, okay? And maybe this is indicative of many women. This is my experience of many women. Or you guys want to talk about that shit. It's like, I gotta talk about it. Just tell me this.
One more thing.
Just one more thing. Okay? I just find it funny. I just find it funny that, I just want to know this last thing. Okay? And then we'll talk about it more. Okay. Anyway. Me, I don't mind being quiet and just letting it go, because if I get to a point where I realize that there's not going to be any resolution, we're just kind of going round and round and round, tit for tat, I recognize that there's not going to be any resolution. It's just getting heated. Now we're just pointing out all the negative stuff about each other, the tit for tat, and you're this and you're that. And at that point, it's best just to cut it. Even if you got to cut it and just be completely silent with one another. If you guys have to go to separate rooms, if you got to do, like in my case, sometimes when I've gotten really, really upset and leave the house, you don't like that, but it's necessary sometimes for some people, but you got to leave the house sometimes. But that absence, that silence, that nothing, don't deal with it, don't anything. Just let things calm down. It doesn't mean you don't ever revisit it, but we were able to revisit it in more of a calm manner when both of us were thinking more clearly.
Mm-hmm. And not just speaking out of emotion or anger.
Yeah. And so, and what you don't realize is, in the moment I'm thinking I'm being completely rational about stuff, and for the most part I was.
Whatever. No, he wasn't.
But I was also emotional also, and so you tend to say certain things maybe you don't mean as well. And so that helps you also when you kind of come down, maybe you can articulate your perspective, in a more calm, kind, manner that they'll be more willing to receive. And so that's pretty much what happened. So we were both in a state where that absence and that just not even dealing with the topic at all, the issue at all, just allowed us to kind of come down and just kind of see things for what they were, which wasn't really that much. It's a little small issue at the end of the day. And we were easily able to tell each other what we needed and that we would be able to, I don't know, start providing each other with what we needed. Exactly.
Because it's so simple,
yeah,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, communication is key, and, there's something I don't want to be like, baby, come give me hugs and kisses. I don't, sound like a bitch, like that shit. But sometimes, sometimes the neck needs some hugs and kisses.
He's not calling women bitches, by the way. He's just saying a bitch.
Don't be no punk, no bitch, no bitch, no punk. No punk. You know what I mean?
Okay, so one of the moral of the stories is this. If your significant other walks in the door, no matter if they're male or female, no matter what you're going through, just be cognizant of, the fact that they just walked in from work and, you don't know what they're going through either. And the other part of the story is if you notice that when you get home from work that your significant other is going through something, before you just say anything, give them a hug. And let them know that everything is going to be okay. Yeah. And then you can find out what it is that they're going through and if there's anything that you can do to assist.
Yeah, that goes for the fellas too, because I know fellas.
Well, that's why I said significant other.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I know, but you gave one side, so maybe the fellas walk in from work or something like that.
Well, that's what I said. I said no matter who it is.
You see your wife or something like that. Yeah, I know, but I know that.
We're not separating.
I know. I'm just adding.
I said your significant other, no matter who it is, whether it's your husband or wife.
Yeah, but just let me add to it.
But you always want to add.
Just let me add to it.
That's the other thing.
Just let me add to it. Because I'm just saying sometimes if it's a guy.
But I said regardless if it's a guy or a girl.
Just hear me out.
God. He's just going to repeat what I just said.
And then
say that he came up with the concept.
For love. Just for love. No, I'm just saying because some guys come in the house and they don't want to be bothered. So they might see their woman and you're like, she can see she's upset and just don't bother. That's the wrong approach. That's all I'm saying. Your woman and give her a hug anyway, even if you don't feel like being bothered. So it's kind of like the same
when
thing.
Do you not feel like being bothered?
I'm not talking about me, baby, because I'm like no other dude. I always want to be bothered with you. So anyway, FitLovers, that's was that you gave the moral of the story already?
I mean, kind of, and communicate. Also. He says that sometimes it's good to just be silent. Let me tell you something about Ramsey. When he's silent, that means there hasn't been a resolution, and I'm going to hear about it later. Now, when he just gets over it, then he starts talking. So,
yeah, you're right. Okay, but that doesn't mean. But listen, sometimes there still needs to be a silence to get to a point where you guys can have a rational, calm discussion, so that there can be a resolution. If you guys just keep talking and talking, and you guys are all up here, you're not getting nowhere.
But if Ramsey doesn't have a resolution, oh my God, it's like him. It's silence.
It's like
silence.
What?
It's hell.
It's like what?
It's like, I think I said this in the last bedroom discussion. Ramsey loves me so much. He takes such great care of me. I've never felt so much love in my life. But when Ramsey is not happy and there's no resolve or communication is off, it's like, Jamina, who?
That's not true. That is not true. I still love you. It's just, I just want to just be.
You just don't like me.
Oh, it's just,
I always love you.
Listen, I always love you, though.
I didn't like you during this last.
But sometimes you go through periods. You'll go through periods, FitLovers, where you may not like each other. Fortunately, I love her and like her.
Well, I'll make sure when you're going through your period that I will just give you a hug and tell you everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah, my period.
Like it.
Anyway, FitLovers, hope you enjoyed this episode of Bedroom Discussions. We'll always have pretty interesting topics, try to keep it interesting and funny.
And let you into our lives a little bit to show you that, this is real.
Yeah.
And we're doing what we tell you guys to try to fix anything that we have going on. We try to practice
walk it like you're talking. Walk it like you're talking.
So it's real.
So if that being said, Please like and subscribe to our channel, FitLove 101, and share this video. And don't forget to turn your notifications on so you'll be notified first when new episodes are released.
Yup.
Thanks again, FitLovers.
Thank you.
See you next time.